Okay, so reserved rides. Here's my theory behind it. Have you noticed that Uber is paying out huge cancellation fees? Like if somebody orders an Uber reserved ride for a small dollar amount, if they cancel within that hour, or you have to cancel because they don't show up or something like that, you get paid more sometimes than the fare. Like I've had a couple where like the fare was like $11 and the cancellation fee was like $18. I don't know. I'll put a couple on the screen here. Now, here's my theory behind why Uber is doing this. I think it's to train drivers and passengers. And there's a big reason why. Now, this is all theory, but I think it's theory based in real fact. Or maybe not fact. A pretty strong instinct here. Now, okay, with reservations, a lot of the reservations that I take are from one city to the next. So a good example would be I take a lot of reservations from Ithaca to Syracuse, or from Syracuse to Binghamton, or a lot of different places. I kind of go all over. Now, just a couple of weeks ago, I went from like Ithaca to New York City, and I've gone all the way down to Penn State. I've gone really far. And I take a lot of reservations. I probably do 3 to 10 reservations. Let me say that again. I do at least 3 reservations a day. Sometimes I'll do, 25, 30 reservations in a week. I mean, I do a lot of reservations. Especially like long inter-city reservations. Now, okay. I'm trying to think of the best way to explain this. What I want to do is kind of give you an idea on like what I think is happening with autonomous cars. If you notice, autonomous cars are operating in San Francisco and Los Angeles and Phoenix and Austin and soon to be Atlanta. But they don't have free reign over the entire city. And you can't get a Waymo from like Los Angeles to San Diego. At least I don't think you can, right? And the reason why is because municipalities are the ones granting the approval for the cars to operate autonomously within a very small little area. Now, why does it have anything to do with Uber? See, I think Uber is just an app. Uber doesn't build cars. And soon, we're not going to use our apps to order cars. We're going to go into our phones using some sort of Siri artificial intelligence agent to order a vehicle. And because we're going to do that, that agent is going to go and shop all the different options. I'll go into my phone, and instead of going into Uber or Lyft and ordering a car, I'm just going to say, hey Siri, order me a car. And it'll go out there, and it's going to find a car. It's going to shop Uber, it's going to shop Lyft, but it's also going to shop Waymo. It's going to shop Zoox. And here's the big one. It's going to shop local taxis. And what will local taxis have? Autonomous cars. And the reason why they're going to do that is because Tesla is building robo-taxis. And they're going to sell them to individuals, but they're going to sell them to companies, and like taxi companies. So taxi companies are going to be able to get these autonomous local cars and take passengers around the cities. But not every city is going to allow, in the short run, autonomous cars to operate. So the only way you're going to be able to get a car to go from city to city would be primarily Uber, if a lot of these companies like Waymo, Zoox, robo-taxis, they're all autonomous. So they're going to want a human driver to go from city to city. And even if the city you're leaving and the city you're going to have autonomous cars, even that transportation in between are small counties and small municipalities. Maybe the federal interstate won't allow autonomous cars. There's a lot of things going to happen over the next 2, 3, 5, 6, 10 years, or however long it's going to take before all cars are autonomous. So in the short run, Uber is really going to try to maximize these city-to-city kind of trips. Now, you and I might think, why would anybody order an Uber from Syracuse to New York or Ithaca to New York or something like that? It's like a 4 hour long Uber. They're going to pay $400 something, maybe more. Why would they pay that kind of money? It's because it's quicker to go door to door. Let me give you the example. If I were to go from Ithaca to New York City to, let's say, Midtown Manhattan, if I were to fly, the flight's really quick. It's like a 30-40 minute flight, and it's like a 4.5 hour drive. So you might think that the drive is shorter, but see, to do that flight, you might have to go from Ithaca up to Syracuse, which is an hour away, to catch the flight. Then from Syracuse, you're going to have to wait an hour in the airport because, it's like TSA and all that kind of stuff, waiting for your flight. Then you're going to fly to LaGuardia, Newark, even JFK. And when you get into those, you're going to have to take another hour-long cab or taxi or Uber or whatever into the Midtown Manhattan to get to where you want to go. So it's going to end up being just as long. And a flight might be $100 to $200, but when you take a car, you go door to door. It's just one order. And I think it's going to get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. So there's a lot of really interesting things happening. Right now it's just a theory. I wanted to pass this off to you guys. Wanted to see what you guys think about it. Do you think Uber is using reserved rides, especially paying high cancellation fees, to train drivers to want to take the trips? It's like, hey, I'll take a $10 Uber or a reservation if I, 1 out of 10 of them cancel. And do you think they're also paying or forcing driver or passengers? Let me say that again. Do you think Uber is trying to get passengers trained on, if they're going to take a reservation, they better darn well do it? They want to get in the business of reservations, and I think they're using cancellation fees to kind of train drivers and passengers, because the future is autonomous. I don't know. I thought I'd try something different, record an episode here in the car wash while I'm getting my car washed. I have no notes in front of me, so I might have screwed that up a little bit, but I hope for 2025 you're driving your way, you're safe, you're happy, and I'm cheering for you. Bye.